What's up, everybody? Welcome into A to Z Sports Picks. Brad and I are going to have a great show for you this Friday. Get you all ready for the betting weekend. Brian, my man, how's your Thanksgiving, buddy?
It was great, man. Had that Gators buzzer beater Wednesday night heading into Thanksgiving. Food was good, man. All good over here, man.
Nice, man. Same thing over here. Everybody, welcome in. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving as well. Welcome into A to Z Sports Picks. I'm Alan Bell, CBS Sportsline, alongside Brian Edwards of VegasInsider.com. A to Z Sports Picks brought to you every Tuesday and Friday by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. Everyone, make sure to download that BetMGM app. Use promo code A to Z Sports. You get a risk-free bet of up to $1,000. I've done it. Used it. It's fantastic. They put those credits right into your account ASAP. That is BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older. Must be present in the state of Tennessee. For gambling problem support, call the Tennessee Red Line at 800-889-9789. So, Brian, we got a lot to get to. Let's go ahead and jump in. I want to hear, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go first here, all right? The best NFL prop this weekend. I've got two of them. First one, Christian McCaffrey over 115.5 rushing and receiving yards. You look, he's received 18 receptions over his last two games. They're using him way more in the pass game as their de facto run game. They're still giving him carries, obviously, but his numbers haven't been there as much. But I'm going to roll with him on that one. I'm also going to take, the Titans fans, cover your ears here. I'm going to take Ryan Tannehill over half an interception. It's juiced at minus 140. Brian, check for me. I believe Ryan Tannehill now leads the NFL in interceptions.
Indeed, he does with 12. And I'm going to tell you, Alan, or you go ahead and finish that if you were.
No, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to tell Alan with this over 1/2 interceptions. Minus 140 price isn't great, but it does not. It's irrelevant if it wins. And he has thrown, like I said, a NFL high 12 picks this year. And since Derrick Henry went out, he went out in the Colts game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I forget what point of the game, but he had 2 interceptions that game. He had 1 against the Rams. He had 4 last week. So he has 7 in the last 4 games and 5 in the 3 games without Henry at all. So I think that is a good one. Tannehill over minus 1/2 interceptions.
Yep. I'm with you. And, again, Titans fans, hate to say it, but, what Bill Belichick's been doing the last couple of weeks, what he did to Cleveland, what he did to Atlanta, you enter one-dimensional, you leave zero-dimensional. He is going to take away the pass game for Ryan Tannehill, and he's going to force you to beat him with the run, which you don't have, which he knows. So, yeah, man, hate to say it, but, yeah, that's what I'll go with. All right, next segment here. All right, the best college football bets this weekend. Brian, I'm going to throw it to you, buddy. What do you got?
Yeah, let's go with – now, this isn't one of my bigger opinions of the week, but it starts in about 20 minutes. I'm going to go with East Carolina plus 14, hosting Cincinnati. The home crowd is stoked for this one. ECU has been a home underdog, or their last 3 is a home underdog. They are 2-0-1 against the spread with 2 outright wins and easily could have beaten South Carolina as well. That was the game they had the push. And in their last 4 games, they've won 4 in a row, not whether it's home or away. They're on a 4-game winning streak. 3-1 against the spread. The only non-cover by a half point. They won by 3 as 3.5 point chalk at Navy. They have won 6 of their last 8 games, both straight up and against the spread, including outright wins as underdogs at Marshall as an 11.5 point dog, at Memphis as a 4-point dog, and they also routed Tulane as a dog. And in this 8-game stretch for the Pirates, there are 2 losses, 1 by 4 at UCF and 1 by 7 at Houston in overtime. And Houston's obviously won 10 games in a row, so no shame in those. And they would all be spread covers if we had this 14-point line right now. And finally, Cincinnati in its last 5 games, they are 1-4 against the spread, and they were laying double digits in all 5. Let's go to tomorrow, where I like Rutgers plus 2 at home to Maryland. I think Rutgers is going to win outright. I haven't looked if the line is plugged this in last night. There may be line movement. I don't care. I think I'd relay Rutgers -3 or fewer. Maryland, 1-3 straight up, 0-4 against the spread in their 4 road games. They were lucky to win that road game at Illinois on a walk-off field goal, that Friday night game in September, before they lost all their top players, particularly the 2 receivers. And they trailed most of that game. They have lost their last 3 games by scores of 31-14, 40-21, and 59-18. They are mired in an 0-7 against the spread slump, and they've been getting just blown out in all those games except for Indiana, which they won 38-35. Rutgers is 2-2 both straight up and against the spread in its last 4. So, they've showed a pulse. Maryland has not, since we talked about that a month ago, how when those seasons go downhill in Maryland, they go bad. I think I hit on this the other day, so I won't spend too much time on it. Probably my favorite game of the weekend. Love Kentucky +3 at Louisville or money line, hopefully +130. Maybe even a tad better. Again, I don't need to spend a lot of time on this. The wrong team is favored. Kentucky's better than Louisville. Louisville has bounced back with 2 straight wins over Syracuse and Duke. They are not playing Syracuse or Duke on Saturday. I'm going to fade Clemson again. Clemson's 0-6 against the spread in 6 games as a double-digit favorite. They are laying 11.5 to South Carolina. One moment, please. There we go. All right. The Gamecocks at home, 5-1 straight up, 4-2 against the spread. And the only loss at home, lost by 6 to Kentucky. That would obviously be a spread cover, catching this double-digit number. Their last 2 home games, under the lights at night at Williams-Brice. They beat Florida 40-17 as a 20.5 point underdog. And then they beat Auburn last week as a 7.5 point home dog. This South Carolina fan base has not had much to get excited about since Spurrier left. They are all in on this team. Night game, they want to beat Clemson bad. I don't know that they beat them, but I like the Gamecocks +11.5. Let's go back to Boston College, even though they disappointed me last week, +5 to a Wake Forest team, which has lost 2 of its last 3 and had its defense exposed. I just think this is a toss-up game in terms of who wins outright. It's at Boston College. They finally got it going in the second half after that brutal first half against FSU. Hey, throw the ball to Zay Flowers, BC, and you'll win this game outright. I like them +5 regardless. And we did talk about this. I think the Gators are going to bounce back. I know they've been fade city lately. It sounds like Anthony Richardson's going to start. Emory got banged up at practice the other day, but kind of like Louisville, Kentucky, the Noles are not playing ACC teams this week. Also, a small opinion on Army +3.5 at Liberty. Look, Liberty has played 4 teams of note this year. They lost 27-14 at Ole Miss. They actually played pretty good that game and could have covered, but they didn't. They lost 42-14 to UL Lafayette at home last week. They lost 24-21 to Syracuse. The only other quasi-decent team they played, they beat UAB, but UAB's not on Army's level. Army's won 3 in a row, and I'd like Army +3.5. And then tonight, NC State -6 against North Carolina. NC State is undefeated at home in 6 games, and they've got a 5-1 spread record, whereas North Carolina 0-3 both straight up and against the spread, 3 road assignments. But they also played Georgia Tech where the Falcons play. It was considered neutral, and they got their ass beat that game 45-22. And Sam Howell, look, I'm expecting him to play and be effective, and I still like NC State. But it's debatable whether he is healthy and whether he can be effective. So NC State -6, and that's all I got.
There we go. I like it. All right. A couple we talked about on Tuesday. I'm going to take I've already done it. Tennessee first quarter -8.5 against Vanderbilt. Tennessee first quarter, or Vanderbilt and Tennessee first quarter over 14. All right. Next play. I'm going to go Navy -12.5. Look, if you're a Temple team that is 3-8 and you are ready to be finished with the season, you know what the worst thing on the planet is to go up against? A service academy running the triple option, because that offensive line is going to be cut blocking your rear all day long. And you know what? It's one thing if you're ready to, just end the season and you're going up against a team that throws a ton. Yeah, run a nickel back there, knock some passes down, hope the quarterback's having a bad day, be all right. buddy, there's nowhere to go when they're running the triple option. You have nowhere to hide. Nothing. They're going to come right at you. So I'm going to take Navy minus 12.5. I bet that they lay the hammer on pretty thick on Temple. Yeah, give me the Gators, 2.5. I'm with you. We talked about it on Tuesday. I think that they have a nice bounce back. Yeah, I mean, that game's going to be ugly. I think the under is a good play in this one as well. I think you're going to see two teams that really don't have much of an offensive line, two teams that do have pretty good defensive lines. Like, I think points could be at a premium in this game. So I think the under's in play. I will ride Florida. And I tell you what, man, Brian, let's have some fun. I'll take Cincinnati minus 14. All right, let's go head-to-head here. I'll go Cincinnati. Yeah, I'll go Cincy minus 14. And I think that game, it kicks off about 15 minutes. So that one's going to be fun. So, yeah, I'll roll with that. All right, next segment here, NFL. So, again, not many plays from me. I've got Patriots minus 6.5. And I'm rolling with the Seahawks Washington football team under 46.5. We talked about that one on Tuesday as well. I just don't trust the Seattle offense whatsoever. And Washington, they do like to make games slow. They can put up some points. Don't get me wrong. They're actually playing pretty balanced right now. But, yeah, I think that this is it's been a good past 2 weeks for playing unders. And I think we see it again with so many injuries across the league. So, yeah, give me the Patriots and give me the Seahawks Washington football team under 46.5. What do you got?
Okay, I am going to go with, I think I talked about it on Tuesday, going with the Falcons, just, fading the Jags, who are 1-4, both straight up and against the spread in 5 home games. And the Falcons do play their best football on the road, 3-2, both straight up and against the spread in 5 road assignments. And Trevor Lawrence, last 3 games, no touchdown passes, passing totals of 158, 162, and 118. I'll also go with the Texans against the Jets, who are 0-4, both straight up and against the spread on the road. Texans off their best performance of the year, and they are 3-1 against the spread at home. My Patriots pick for the other segment when we talk Titans. And, I still want to, get 100% confirmation that, A-Rod is, at least 90% on that toe issue. But I'm almost definitely, I haven't bet it yet, but Green Bay, I know they're missing some O-line guys and all that, but as long as Rodgers is 90%, I'm not turning Green Bay down as a home dog, especially with those boys from Southern California coming up to Lambeau in late November. And it won't be dark at kickoff, but it'll be dark before the first quarter's over, and the temperatures will be dropping. And then again, I know Minka is going to play. And if you know something I don't, Alan, TJ Watt, feel free to chime in. But if Watt is upgraded, because Minka is definitely playing, if Watt gets upgraded, I'll be on Pittsburgh if I can still get +4.
Yeah, so Minka, you're right. Minka's definitely playing. We don't know about Watt just yet. Got a shot at it. So, yep, I'm with you there. And, it's fascinating. You talk about that Packers-Rams game. Buddy, the Rams are soft, man. I mean, in terms of if you jump up on them, dude, they'll fold. And somehow this offense is not built to come back. I don't know how, because it is. But for some reason, it's just they just can't.
The Niners and Titans jumped on them, and they just had no pushback.
They fold. They absolutely fold, man. So I'm with you. Green Bay, that could be a strong value play. If we know about Aaron Rodgers in terms of his percentage. All right. Yeah. So jumping to the next segment here, the one Titans bet to ride against the Patriots. Look, this ain't going to be a good game for the Titans. It's just not. I'll tell you this. I'm going to ride. I'm already on Patriots. I'm already on Tannehill interception. I'm going to ride Patriots team total over 25.5. The Patriots have scored 45-plus points in back-to-back home games. They've never done that. Never? They've never done that.
Wow.
Yeah. This team is incredibly balanced. And I see the Titans injury report today. A.J. Brown didn't play or didn't practice. I just don't have a good feeling about this game. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm going to ride the Patriots about as many ways as I can. So, yeah, that's what I got. What about you? You riding Tannehill?
Well, but I got that too. But I'm more so the Pats. This is the hottest team in the NFL now that the Titans got cooled off. Last week, they've won 5 in a row, both straight up and against the spread, 4 by double-digit margins. The last 3 by a combined score of 94-13. And, probably not a big deal, but one little minor also, plus for them is they've had extra rest. I mean, they played last Thursday in Atlanta, got home, late Thursday night, and have been able to get well and prepare for these Titans. And we've talked about it ad nauseum with the offense, struggling without Derrick Henry. They did get 28 against the Rams, but the Rams gift wrapped them at least 14, maybe more like 21, and then 23 against the Saints, and only 13 last week. So, and now they get the Pats, who are number 1 in the NFL in scoring defense, only giving up 16.1 points per game, and the Pats are number 3 in the NFL in total defense. Pats all day.
Yep, I'm with you there. All right, final segment here. Perfect parlay. Look, I've got 5 legs plus 323. Navy, Patriots, Ohio State, SMU, Oregon. All 5 money line. Navy, Patriots, Ohio State, SMU, Oregon. Pays out plus 323. What do you got?
I'm going to go New England, minus 290. I'm going to go Atlanta, minus 130. And I am going to go. What was my? Texans, minus 135. And my apologies. Let me put that in the calculator right now. Will only take 1 second. Minus 130. Ooh. Does that really get that? Yeah, because I guess it's 2 almost even money. Yeah. Plus 307.88. So that's Falcons, that's Texans, and that's Patriots, all money line favorites, but very short favorites with the Falcons and the Texans minus 130 and minus 140, plus 307.88.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. All right, before we end the show, I believe you got some notes for us from the hardwood there, buddy.
Yes, sir. We got a couple of NBA games that I've got my eye on tonight. And I programmed these in yesterday. Let me check and make sure these lines have not moved. And I'm seeing Atlanta is still +1. And Charlotte is either -2 or -2.5. So those are my plays. So Charlotte is hosting Minnesota tonight. The Hornets are 12-8 straight up and 11-9 against the spread overall. But they've been outstanding at home, going 6-2, both straight up and against the spread. And regardless of home or away, the Hornets have won 7 of their last 8 games. The lone loss was at Atlanta, and the Hawks are on fire here the last 10 days or so. And while they've won, the Hornets winning 7 of 8, they've gone 6-2 against the spread. And the Timberwolves are going to be without starting guard Patrick Beverly, who's averaging 8.1 points, 4.5 assists, 4.4 boards, 1 block a game, and 1 steal a game, and is really, their energizer bunny, and just, floor burns, loose balls. Patrick Beverly does all the little things, and his veteran presence is a big reason why Minnesota, which has been down in the dumps for years and years, is at 9-9, 500 right now, and getting, in my opinion, too much respect from the odds makers tonight. I'll also go with my Hawks, who finally ended their road losing streak a couple nights ago. They blasted the Spurs 124-106. Their winning streak is now 6 straight games. All the victories are by double-digit margins, and they have overcome that brutal early schedule, that terrible West Coast swing, and they have righted the ship, and they seem to have their mojo back that they had late last season and into the playoffs, and they're going to win outright at Memphis tonight as a 1-point underdog. So the Hawks and the Hornets in NBA tonight.
Nice. All right. There we go. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Seriously, hope that you had a wonderful Thanksgiving and you have a great football and basketball and just sports betting weekend in general. We got so many games, and today is going to be fantastic. Like we said, the Cincy game is about to kick off, and we've got plenty more coming up tonight, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday. It's going to be awesome. So, for Brian Edwards, I'm Alan Bell. Thank you so much. Thank you to BetMGM. And you know what? We'll see you Tuesday.
Good luck, everybody.